Hi sellers, I'm Arjuna Skycock. I'm from Seller Coin. So have you encountered this kind of situations? You are a die-hard Ethereum fans, you do transactions a lot on Ethereum, so you have a lot of assets on Ethereum, but then your friend told you that there's an upcoming NFT airdrop on Binance Smart Chain or BSC. So you never do transactions on BSC, but you want to get the airdrop, so you need to to pay some fee to mint the NFT. So how are you going to transfer your assets on Ethereum to Binance Smart Chains? Well, you could like send your ETH to the centralized exchange like FTX or Coinbase, then exchange it to BNC, the Binance native token. Then you send it to the Binance wallet. But you don't have to do that anymore because there's a decentralized protocol to achieve your purpose. You can transfer your assets from Ethereum to Binance Smart Chains using the Synapse Protocol. It's a cross-chain protocol between Ethereum Mainnet, Binance Smart Chains, Phantom, Polygon, Arbitrum, Avalanche. So it's not just it's not just like the cross-chain protocol between the different chains, but it's also different layers between between L1 and L2. Okay, so but the supported assets that you can transfer between these chains are DAI, USDC, USDT, and Ethereum, the ETHs. So because we are talking about the stable coins, the developers needed to implement the stable swap, of course. So they took the code from the Curve Finance, the stable swap exchange. The code was written using a Viper programming language, and the developer of the Synapse Protocol rewrited it again using the Solidity programming language. Okay, so keep that in mind. So, but then let's move on. So how did they implement the cross-chain protocol? How do they move assets between the different chains? So they created the Synapse Protocol using the multi-party computations algorithm. Basically, there are different nodes. They got different inputs, and it's doesn't know what kind of inputs that the different node got, and together they compute the one function in a joint manner. So basically, it's like a way to organize different nodes to work on a single purpose. So this network composing of different nodes, they listen to the on-chain events on its platforms. Like they listen to the Ethereum Mainnet, they listen the on-chain events on BSC, they listen the on-chain events on Avalanche, and so on. So basically, when you transfer your, let's say you transfer your USDC on Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain, basically like you send your USDC to the Synapse Protocol, then the Synapse Protocol sends your USDC to Binance Smart Chain. Let me explain how it works. I simplify things a lot, of course. So you got your USDC right on Ethereum Mainnet. Then you exchange your USDC to nUSD for Ethereum pool. Okay, and this nUSD basically it's just like another ERC20 token. Okay, it lives on Ethereum. So you got this nUSD for Ethereum pool. Then on the Synapse Protocol, you exchange it to nUSD but for BSC pool. nUSD for BSC pool is just like an ERC20 token on Binance Smart Chains. So how do you exchange this token? Well, they exchange it on their the network that I have explained before. They implemented it using the multi-party computation. For your purpose, you can consider it's like a black box. It's like another word. Okay, so you got your nUSD for BSC pool, then you exchange it to USD LP on for BSC pool. Okay, this is like liquidity provider token. Okay, so the transaction fees accrues on this token. Then you withdraw your USDC on BSC from this LP token. Then you got your USDC on Binance Smart Chain. This protocol is just launched recently. They need liquidity, of course, and they will give they have incentive for liquidity provider. So you provide assets on Synapse Protocol, you get the LP tokens. To get yields, you need to stack your LP tokens on their network. Okay, so and they have their own token called Syn Token. Basically, it's like a governance tokens, and this token will be emitted to nUSD and nETH. So nETH is to provide the bridge between ETH on Ethereum Mainnet and ETH on Arbitrum. It's like nUSD but for ETH. Okay, that's all. See you later, sailors.